Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today is gonna be volume 3 of Time with Fav, where I'm gonna be having my super yummy green tea that I picked out today. And then this cup is actually one that Riley got me at Epcot. He knows I love cats and I love tea, so he got me this adorable cup. This actually comes off, and then it's just a regular teacup. So for this one, I actually decided to do a Q&A. I haven't done one in a very long time, and I just wanted to do just a short, quick one, just any little questions that you guys had. I asked on a post on Instagram, and I got some here, so I am super excited about that. Before I get started, I actually wanted to quickly mention and just say thank you to you guys. I really appreciate, the patience everyone has had with me. These past 2 weeks especially have been really hard. I had a cold, then I had a fever, then I had pink eye, I had strep throat, then I had a cold again. And it was, that was really bad in itself. And then we also had to say goodbye to one of our fur babies, Lady Lola. She was a small chunky Bichon that basically owns all of my heart. I've had her since 2008. She lived with my mom, and I am gonna miss her. She was about 13 years old. I had found her, so we never knew exactly her age, but she was just an old gal, and it just got really hard at the end. But I really miss her, and I'll always keep her in my heart and my memory. But I have received a lot of messages from you guys, and I just wanted to say thank you. Sorry for being so bummy today. Well, sorry, not sorry. I guess it doesn't really matter. But I had a really cute, dark gray sweater on, and I had to change because for whatever reason, with the blue background, it makes me look extremely pale. So I had to go and switch it out for this lighter one. I have to try to remember to keep my hair back, because let me see if it'll do it. If I put my hair forward, it makes me look paler. Like, for whatever reason, the color changes and it makes me look paler. So bear with me. I'm going to be touching my hair a lot, but hopefully everything will be situated. All right, guys, so I have all your questions here, so I'm just going to jump right in. Okay, so question number 1 is, what's your favorite brand you have worked with, and how did you get started? So I would have to say, first of all, let me kind of explain to you all the brands I've worked with. I kind of started out my career working at Macy's. I was working at the fragrance counter, and one of my friends, Felix, actually told me to apply for MAC. He was like, they're doing seasonal hiring, go do that. So that's what I did. I went, it was like a job fair kind of thing, and I started working for MAC as a freelancer. I worked in a few different stores, but mainly the Millennium Mall. From there, when I moved to Altamont, I actually started working for Sephora. I have cat hair stuck to my lip gloss somewhere. I don't know where it is. And then from Sephora, I started working for myself, and I started working for NYX and for Morphe. I really preferred Sephora over MAC. Because Sephora carries so many different brands, so you really do work with a variety of products. Plus, at MAC, each person had a goal, so that made the environment kind of competitive, and I didn't like that. I was able to become friends with some people, but whenever I would go to work, I really just always felt this feeling of competitiveness. And if you were just being polite and you just said hi, or were just starting a conversation with someone else's customer, they would get mad. A lot of times people would get mad, and because they think you're trying to steal their customer, and I didn't like that. So I ended up leaving there. I met so many amazing people that have gone on to do so many amazing things, but working for MAC, I really don't recommend it to people. It's not like before where you need MAC to kind of get into the industry. You really don't anymore, and you really do have so many other options. Working for Sephora was awesome. The only thing that kind of sucked is that it was Sephora inside JCPenney's, so it's kind of like a sister store almost. It's not true Sephora. I would have preferred to work for just Sephora, because working inside the JCPenney one, like, you have to push a JCPenney credit card and all this stuff and their rewards program, and that was annoying. But working for Sephora was amazing. First of all, you get so much training. Once a month, you know, at least someone comes and they train you, and you learn so much about ingredients and products and brands histories and things like that. And whenever you do get those trainings, you get gratis. Literally at Sephora, you get so much gratis. And if you don't know what gratis is basically free makeup. So they train you on the products, and then most of the time they will give you either the product itself or a sample of the product or something like that. So you really get to try so many different things, and honestly, like, it was such a huge blessing. The main reason I ended up leaving Sephora was because scheduling, mainly. I really, you know, with Riley working during the week and then off on the weekends and nights, I never got to spend time with him, because if you work in retail, or if you've ever worked in retail, you know that nights and weekends is basically when you work. And at the time we were newlyweds, and it just kind of bummed me out because we were never really spending time together. Basically, he would get home from work and I would have just left for work, and then I would get home at like 10 or 11 o'clock. He'd be going to sleep. So at the end of the day, I was like, as much as I really do love this job, I gotta go. As I was leaving Sephora, I decided to just work for myself, and actually NYX reached out to me, and so did Morphe. They were both through Instagram. I'm not sure exactly how they found me. I think they honestly just looked up Orlando makeup artists and just found artists in the area. But basically, they were coming to trade shows that we have here. It was Premiere Orlando and the makeup show. And they just asked me, they were like, hey, we're going to be in town, you know, we're going to be doing a show. Would you like to come and help work the show with us? And I was like, of course. I love with my whole life NYX, and I love my whole life with my whole life Morphe. So I was so happy for the opportunity. So all of this started about 2 years ago. Actually, it's the end of November. So exactly 2 years ago is when I left Sephora. I started working for myself. I started working with Morphe and NYX. And honestly, it's been such a blessing ever since. So I know I've said like this enormous story, but I had to explain to you guys. But basically my favorites, if I had to work retail, I would work for Sephora again. Like every once in a while, I still get their emails for open positions, and I'm almost like a heartbeat away from taking it, because I really did love working for Sephora. The only reason I don't, again, is because of scheduling. Working for myself and working the trade shows, you really do control your own schedule. And then I would have to say, outside of retail, between NYX and Morphe, I would have to say Morphe, because as much as I love NYX, I only work NYX when they're in town. So I only do Orlando shows with them. But with Morphe, I've been able to go to Toronto IMATs. I've been able to go to Ohio, New York, obviously the Orlando shows. And I feel like I'm forgetting one, but I can't remember. So it's such a big opportunity. Like, you get to travel. I've met so many amazing people. Words cannot describe how much I love the people I work with. Honestly, like, I love my NYX team. I really, really do, but it's usually a very small team, and the people are often changing. So I don't get to see a lot of the same people, although I do love them. But my Morphe team, it's the same people all the time. I love them. They're such sweethearts. They're so warm. It's honestly such a nice environment. So that is a very long and drawn out answer, and I feel like that's a whole video in itself, but that is my answer. Question number 2 is, what are my favorite day-to-day makeup products? I would have to say, if I only had a couple minutes to get ready, or honestly I just didn't really want to wear anything, one of the products that I would wear is concealer. If I have a little more time, or I want to wear more than that, I will do my brows. Not as dark as this, but I will use kind of like a medium brown pencil just to kind of fill them in a little, and mascara. So concealer, brows, mascara. A lightweight concealer, the LA Girl concealer is a really good one. And then for mascara, I use the Better Than Sex. even if I'm not wearing makeup, I do like thick, dark, voluminous mascara. Question number 3 is my top skincare must. I say so much, guys. You guys are family, you know I say so. But I would have to say my top skincare must right now, they've been changing a lot recently, but I would have to say is toner, exfoliator, and a good moisturizer. Exfoliator, for a long time, I stopped using physical exfoliators. I just didn't like the effect it was having on my pores. I felt like it was making my pores bigger. Months later, I don't know if that's the case anymore, but I hate how my skin looks without a good exfoliator. So I do use a physical exfoliator now. I just use one from Freeman's. You guys have all seen them. They're at Ulta. They're like $4 a bottle or something. It's like a tube, and they have like literally 50 different types of exfoliators. Product number 2 is a good toner. So even if you wash your face, you use a makeup wipe, whatever you use to clean your face, there's always stuff left over, and the pH of your skin is all kinds of thrown off. So using a good toner that is right for your skin type is extremely important. I have recently realized how important it is. The third one is a good serum. For me, right now, I'm using a lightweight moisturizer / serum during the day. It has hyaluronic acid. I haven't told you guys about any of these products yet because honestly I'm just trying to try them out, see how it goes for my skin. And basically hyaluronic acid keeps it so that your skin retains moisture. And then at night I'm using a serum that has retinol, which is basically gonna help my skin rejuvenate faster. And retinol is actually very good for people that have acne or scarring or anything like that because it helps your skin kind of rejuvenate faster. So my skincare musts are a good physical exfoliator, a good toner, which is not too harsh for your skin. Don't use vinegar, don't use any of those things. Trust me, I was one of those people. Use one that's good for your skin. And the third one is a good serum. Okay, so the fourth question is my favorite YouTuber to watch and get inspired. I would have to say the first one I talked about in my last video, which is LSG Makeup. She just does such colorful looks. I love the way she explains things, and she really does kind of open up my mind to different makeup styles. So I really like her. And then the second one I would have to say is Desi Perkins. I wouldn't say that she inspires me so much as makeup, but she inspires me a lot as far as skincare, hair care. I love her home. Literally, her home is pretty much exactly what I want in a home. So lifestyle, things like that, she inspires me. I actually have to add one more. My third one is Coffee Break with Danny, mainly for her vlogs, actually all of her videos. I love all of them. I just love her personality. She is literally just full of life and joy, and it's not one of those people that are just mindlessly bubbly. No, she's so smart, but she's just so loving. Sorry, my throat. But she's just so loving and full of life, and watching her videos just makes me feel so wholesome and so just ready to take on any problem. I love her. I would have to say out of those three, I definitely recommend her the most. So question number 5 is, how do you stay motivated? By staying alive right now, actually. This is honestly, it's like a personal question for me, because for the first year and a half that I was working for myself, I had this problem. A whole year and a half, I wasn't motivated, and I would talk to Riley and I would be so sad most days because I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm not motivated. It's I love this, but I kept feeling like I should feel this inspiration and this motivation, and I wasn't finding it. I wasn't inspired by anything. So I talked to him because my husband works for himself as well. He's his own boss. I was like, what motivates you? And he was like, it's not about motivation for me. It's about self-discipline. He was like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I'm motivated or not to go. I go because it's work. It's how we pay for things. It's how we put food on the table. It's how we have a roof over our heads. You know, at the time I was just like, yeah, I still need to find my motivation. Well, about 6 months ago, I really started thinking about that. And I was like, you know what? That's what I need to do. I just need to be more self-disciplined. Don't worry about motivation, but I just needed to force myself to sit down and get looks out. And I have to say that that has been more of a motivation than any quote or anything that I could have found, honestly. I know that that quote is out there that says, I don't remember the words exactly, but it basically says, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. That's not true. That's honestly not true. At least not for me. I love makeup, I really do, but I don't wake up every day and say, oh, you know what? I want to do a look. You know, I don't have anything else I could be doing, just makeup. Like, that's not it at all. But I had to get into that mentality that if I don't put a look out, that is a job I could be missing out on. That is an opportunity I could be missing out on. That is, you know, either a repost, someone seeing it, a brand seeing it, a brand reaching out to me. These are so many things that I could be missing out on from one day of not posting a photo. I know that so many influencers right now are so upset because, you know, they're waiting. They want to be discovered. They're like, where's my lucky break? Where's my lucky chance? And it's not about that. When it's truly what you want to do, it's not about luck. It's about hard work. Is the opportunities that I could get if I keep grinding, keep going. So that mentality, that self-discipline, honestly, that has been the biggest motivator I would have to say I have found in the past 2 years. So number 6 is, this eyeliner gives me life. How can I do this? So in this particular post, it was when I did my rainbow liner with my glitter gels. And funny enough, you guys are gonna think this is so retarded. This is actually the brush from a NYX white liquid liner. I hated that liquid liner with my whole life. It just kept cracking. The formula was terrible, but I loved the brush. I was like, I get such a nice fine line. Plus, I've always preferred brush to like felt tip. You know, I threw away the bottle and I cleaned this and I kept it. You know, I'm sure that there's a brush somewhere that's way better than this, but this, I have to say, is like my favorite eyeliner tool right now. I don't use it for like daily eyeliner, but whenever I'm doing, you know, a cool design or something like that, this is my special tool. And then the last question is, why are you so beautiful? Hugs from Chile, from Beauty Bliss. So that's obviously not a question. Well, it is a question, but it's not really a question. It's a compliment, and I take it with lots of love. Honestly, you guys are the absolute sweetest, and you know, there's a reason I still do this. It's because you guys are awesome, and I really hope that I answered these questions as best I could. I'm sorry for all the choking fits where I couldn't breathe, and also for rambling. I am such a rambler, and I'm rambling right now. All right, guys, so that's it for another Tea Time with Fav. Thank you for having this little break chit chat with me. I hope that I answered these questions well for you guys. If you have any other questions, I will definitely do another Q&A in the future. Or if you have any other requests for my next Tea Time with Fav, just let me know. As always, I love you guys so much. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure you give this video a really big thumbs up. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!